Damn, nigga.
Turn your ring light down, nigga.
Turn your bitch down. She calling me right now.
Oh.
Hello. Josh said, "Chill out."
Josh looks like he's literally sitting next to the sun. Like, why are you so bright?
The money is counted, these niggas they dollar, these diamonds is shouting.
Why is this nigga? He ain't even light skin no more. This nigga is like orange.
Yeah. Got the Donald Trump filter on.
Orange skin.
The Chester Cheeto filter. What is going on, y'all? It's your boy OP. This is the Elephant in the Room podcast. Very happy that you guys are joining us today. What is good, my fellas? Josh, what's up?
Light skin. Extra. He permed his beard.
Josh is feeling himself, evidently.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, look. The pod is looking fresh today. We got new cameras, new setups.
Yeah, man.
Will's over there looking like Havana Nights over here.
You know?
Yeah, man. We're doing this for y'all at home. We're presentable. Right. We're respectable. We're getting to the business, getting to the cheddar. So all the cap that we say will forever be in 4K. Will.
Yeah. Big liar last episode. Big capper. Big cap.
Are we gonna do a little? Let's just review last episode. We all told the truth and Will lied. That's basically the summary.
It was a capper.
The bright lights hit.
That is
the bright lights hit Will, and he didn't show up.
Yeah,
turn into
a beautiful woman came on the pod, and Will lost his mind.
I'll turn into Reverend Al Sharpton on your ass. See, you see, Yana, that is cap within cap, Yana. See, I don't know what it is of this discrimination of the Cappington while they're wearing caps, Yana.
Wow. That's a lot of words to explain.
Ooh.
Boobies distracted you for an hour and a half.
Man.
Okay. Will lost the plot.
Boobs. Will's fooling. That boy saw just a woman and was like,
don't get me started on your ass, nigga. Yeah. Don't let on B. Oh, y'all. First
of course, bro. No one ever talks shit about OP. They're too afraid. He's too nice.
You're our favorite, dude.
I'm a good dude.
Yeah, you are. And I'm the.
You look like one.
Thank you. Thank you.
OP looks like Will Smith acting like Muhammad Ali. What was that?
Ali Boombaye face.
OP Boombaye. OP Boombaye.
OP, how much did you make in the movie Get Out?
All right, Will. Yeah. Hey, bro. I'm not taking any slander from Will until he takes that damn Dewey off. Nobody's seen this dude's hairline in time.
My hairline is
so I'm not hearing shit from you.
I am swimming though a little bit.
I'm not hearing anything from young William.
OP.
My nigga Will look like Doughboy.
Hold on.
A rapper. You ever heard of him? He was with Future with Free Band Gang and all those niggas.
We got some funny things to talk about in store today. Very excited.
What's the chatter on the block?
What's the chat on the block? The chat on the block is that ex-Mets manager Jared Porter was fired yesterday for sending unsolicited dick pics to someone he was working with, to a young woman that he was working with. Thoughts? Thoughts?
I mean,
when did it happen? 2016 was when it first started happening.
I think so. Yeah, that was like the first person, I believe.
First of all, shout out to her because they say she ignored the first 60 unsolicited dick pics, or 60
dicks.
Yeah, the first 60 that
60 dicks.
I don't know why y'all so shocked about this though.
I would have.
That's a lot of dicks. That's 60 dicks,
bro.
60,
bro. But there's only 50 shades of gray.
There's dudes. There's
I would
dudes.
have been a snitch.
There's dudes that are just like, she's gonna come around.
Maybe she didn't
60
see the first one.
Yo.
Maybe she didn't see the first 50.
Yo,
I'm gonna
60,
shoot 10
bro.
more. Like, what the fuck,
Dude,
nigga? She
oh,
saw him.
man.
Stop.
Because you know, honestly though, like dudes, a lot of dudes do be
Oh,
thinking
my
that though. Like, especially when I look at like you know, girls like sometimes they'll show like what their DMs are looking like. And a lot of dudes really be on some stuff like as long as they don't say no, I guess they're interested. And I don't know, dog. That's a
Golly,
dick.
dude.
Silence do not mean a maybe though. That shit. That's
It never
weird.
has.
Facts.
It
Yeah.
never
That's a slippery-
has.
That's a slippery slope of logic to go down.
But
Like-
but at the same time, when it comes to a girl ghosting you and then you see her out, would you guys ever really approach her, or you be like, nope,
Nah.
she
Nah.
ain't pick up my text, so I don't know who this is.
No, for real though. For real. Especially imagine taking it to the next level. You just sent her a dick pic and then she doesn't respond, and then you see her out. How awkward would that fucking conversation
It'd be
How
terrible.
awkward would that be?
Dude,
It'd be very
now,
bad.
Now think of this exact situation where she literally works in your office and you see her every day from 9 to 5. You've been sending 60 of these things to her.
That-
Like, whoa. What's good? What is good?
That man needs to be in an insane asylum because that just, like you said, where's the logic? Where's the
bro.
logic? What in your brain shut off that said, I'm not understanding this girl saying, no, I don't want to be interested in you? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
I just don't see the point unless like you're really freaky in a chat with a woman to even send one if it wasn't asked. Like you guys are,
Yeah,
hey,
bro,
the
like,
men are bold, bro. Bold
dude,
ass.
what?
Like, bro, imagine just being like, she gonna like this today. like,
Dude,
what, nigga?
And he claimed that like they weren't even his. He claimed that there weren't even actual pictures of him. He was just taking screenshots offline and sending them to him. He said that most of them weren't his. But it's like, why would you even do that in the first place?
Yeah.
Just to
what are you
say
getting
that
from
he,
this?
I think he thought he was saving himself by not actually really having pictures. So he could
Right,
just be
but,
like, but like you still send dick pics.
Guys,
Yeah,
we
bro,
all know the
still-
reason. We all know the reason that he went online to find a dick pic is because he looked down at his insignificant wiener and it just wasn't enough.
it just
not
wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
But,
He,
like-
he even did the cheat code where you put on the wide lens and it didn't work. It didn't work.
But yo, like, truth is the roosters are gonna come home at some point. Like, you're gonna like if it did work out. I don't think it's ever worked for anybody, but like if it did work out, you can be like, this isn't what you sent me. This isn't that. Like these aren't
real.
what you promised. Like,
Plus, like, what a phrase, unsolicited dick pic. Like, because in my mind, that means like B was saying earlier, like there was no conversation beforehand. It was like things were getting dry. He was like, hey, she said, hey, he said, what's up? She said, not much. Dick pic. And it's like, what, like how does that like that the whole concept of unsolicited makes no sense. Like,
Right.
do y'all even send dick pics like that, and like in like a flirty sense?
No.
they need to be asked for. They need to be asked for.
It's a
I'm not
slippery
just going,
slope
"Oh, yeah,
in the
she's gonna
society
enjoy
we
this."
live in. You mess around, lose your job.
Because yeah, you send that and then all of a sudden half your friends have this picture. Why is that? Oh, she didn't ask for this, so
Yeah,
everyone's
bro,
gonna see
what?
it now.
Yeah.
I just
That
never
is true.
understand that. Dudes
Goofy
really
as
think
fuck,
that they
bro.
can
And if-
pull up
and
in
if they-
someone's DM like
If
that.
they weren't his, he should also get sued for copyright infringement because that's fucked up.
You taking credit for other guys' work.
Yeah, and apparently the girl had told him multiple times, this isn't unacceptable. This is unacceptable. This is gross. This is lewd. You can't do this. And he was like, I'm your boss. I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'm-
a whole different aspect of it though. Like the whole like power dynamic. I feel like if you're a boss, you just can't even go there. Like you just gotta consider all
Yeah,
of
man.
your I'm gonna say subordinates, but everyone below you, you just gotta consider them.
And who knows? Maybe that's it. Maybe he's just a sicko, and that's what he gets off to is like the whole idea of, well, I can send you this, and you can't do a damn thing about it because I'm in power and you're not. You know, like I can send you whatever I want with impunity. And that's
Yeah.
a whole different. That's a whole different
He
conversation.
must have thought this was 2005 because this is 2021, buddy. And you try anything, you're going to jail. You're going to do something. Something's gonna happen to you where you're not gonna like the end result. Because bro,
That's a
like
job.
Matt Lauer was getting away with all that bullshit. Like he would just like have women come
He had
down
like
to
a
his
button,
office.
right?
Yeah,
He
like
had
a
a button
button.
in
Like,
his
I got-
to lock the door.
that boy was doing the flip the switch challenge from time. Like he was really flipping the switch, bro.
Oh
Like,
God. Dude.
no, I'm just saying though. Like he's like demon time-esque. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is crazy. But like this has been happening. Like the Harvey Weinsteins of the world. Like that will literally be like, yo, if you want this movie,
Yeah, man.
like you want this movie, like right? You want
Yeah,
this
like
movie?
you shouldn't just get
Like,
fired.
damn.
You should go to jail for shit like that. That's just it
Honestly,
makes no
though.
sense.
Honestly,
Yeah,
though.
I mean,
Imagine-
is that like a sexual harassment thing? Can you go to jail for that?
I mean,
I don't
I
even
think
know
you
if
can only
it.
get
I
sued.
I don't know.
I mean, I know he lost his damn job.
Yeah,
I know
right.
that.
Yeah.
I know that.
Well, I guess
and that sucks for him.
I mean, the police can kill somebody and lose their job. So I guess who knows?
Facts.
Right.
Who really knows? And
This nigga
and
Hey,
Josh
if
back
they
to
sent
police
him to
brutality.
jail, that'd be funny as fuck. What do you guys think is worse? Like the Miami Dolphins offensive line coach from a few years back, he like recorded himself doing like cocaine off his desk, and they caught him.
Yeah.
Do y'all think the Jared Porter thing is worse or
Jared Porter for sure.
Yeah.
Jared Porter for sure. Yeah.
Wait,
mean, that's
what was the Jared Porter situation?
Well, that's this coach, this Mets manager, this
Yeah.
the unsolicited
Yeah.
picks. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. What? Come on. One is just
Yeah,
like
60. Jesus Christ.
You might like
60 penises.
the Dolphins coach. The Dolphins coach, you might be like, yo, why are you doing this in your room by yourself, dog? This is kind of sad. Like you should get help.
Yeah.
But, like,
He is in Miami though. That
yeah, that's
that
true.
lines
That's
up a
very
little
true.
bit more. You know.
That's a very good point.
Hey,
That is
Will
very
look like
valid.
he in Miami right now. No
Facts.
cap. You look
Miami
like
Vice.
you about to be on a yacht.
Miami Vice,
Will
baby.
looks like he needs a Mai Tai or something to drink. Chilling. Something nice.
A
Nah,
mojito.
Will, I told y'all earlier. Will looks like that guy at the bar who looks at all the ladies like, y'all look like y'all need a drink. Let me,
Hey, y'all.
let me get a round on me.
Let me get a round of gin and tonics for these pretty ladies over here. That's how they say it. These pretty ladies over here.
These PYTs, yes.
Where y'all going after the bar? Huh? Yeah, another bar.
What y'all young whippersnappers doing these days? Huh? Y'all listen to that hippity hop? You don't stop the rock. Looking at us.
Those are the same dudes who send unsolicited dick pics. Those are the same kinds
Count
of
me
dudes.
count me out of that group. Count me out of that group.
Will, hold on. Will, OP just called you a predator, dog. He's gonna
He
take
really
that.
did. He really did. I'm
Take
trying
that?
not to get the,
That ain't cool, Lauren.
Take that.
That ain't cool, bro.
OP
Yeah,
look like
here.
Take the
OP
Dewey
look like you
off
sell-
and maybe take
you
the
look
Dewey
like you
off and
sell
maybe
books for a living.
Bruh.
He said you work at Barnes and Noble, nigga.
OP looks like he mugged Arthur. Took everything he owned. Took everything he owned.
He look like
Josh.
OP look like he disciplined other people's kids.
What? Yo, Will, you look like you drop fucking rupees and fucking people's drinks.
Damn, nigga.
We're cutting that.
Hey,
You look
spring
like-
break, baby.
Will said OP, you nerd. OP said okay, you rapist.
I know, right? Like, damn.
Oh god.
Oh man.
Oh
yeah,
my
man.
god.
I don't know how to gauge levels, bro. I just go straight for it.
He went straight for the chest. Oh, boxing ass, straight for the uppercut, bro.
I know it's the
I
it's
just
the
go straight for
Hawaiian
it.
shirt. It's got to be the Hawaiian shirt.
He
a
said
Hawaiian
you look
shirt.
like he
It
said
was-
spring break.
Wait, OP said, Will said, then I put the pudding pop in the Scoopy Doo, and then Scoopy Doo. Oh, Bill Cosby. Yo.
The
Disrespectful.
Scoopy Doo.
The scoop.
Wazoo.
Yo.
Oh man.
Spring break, yeah.
Why is that all B keeps
Jesus
saying?
Christ. We said, yeah, okay. He said, OP looks like Arthur. He said, okay, Harvey Weinstein. Okay,
Right.
okay,
My
Jesus.
goodness.
Oh
OP,
man.
OP, you match your dresser.
Yeah. OP look like an extra in Good Times right now, yo. He look like
Yo, chill on me, bro.
Dynamite!
Chill on me. Chill on me. Yo, chill on me. Chill on me.
Hey, are we? So
Is that
Twitch
corduroys,
streamer,
nigga? Is that a corduroy?
Yeah, it's correct. This is hard, my dude. This is the Stone Island for the man them. You get me, fam. Man,
like a big man thing, bro. Hey, listen.
Link up.
Listen,
all love.
Listen. So, just to the viewers out there, if you sent not one, not two, not three, not four,
but 60,
not five, not six, not seven. I was copying LeBron. My fault. You know what I'm saying? If you sent 8 of them bitches, right? And then you sent, she didn't get the first 8. Let me send 52 more. You probably shouldn't do that.
Let me send 2 more.
Like
52 more.
I'll send 52 because that's my lucky number. Like, nah, put the phone down, bro, and just pray to God that like she doesn't rat on you because it's
called the FBI.
Yeah, bro. Because like if she does, nigga, you deserve that shit, bro. A phone is not meant for the dick. Just know that.
You're a sicko.
Imagine his camera roll. His camera roll is wild because he sent 60. He probably has at least 300.
300, yeah. I was thinking about 300. Yeah, Josh, man, come on, bro.
Yeah, see, we're dick pic aficionados, bro. We know what's up.
That means that this man actually sits down and like contemplate what dicks to send out. Like he commits a good 15.
He said this was on Saturday. This was a good day. I was brick as hell this day, but Sunday I was really chilling. Like nigga,
remember, but a lot of them weren't even his. So like, think about it. He was scrolling through Google Images trying to pick like the premium.
Well, I just got done lifting today.
Right. What's good with dude?
Yeah,
what is good with dude?
He's like, I don't like this one. I'm gonna keep scrolling until I find an aesthetically pleasing wiener. Like what?
Yeah, that's over with. I just don't know, man. I just can't get behind that because I've talked to women about this, bro. And they tell me like, yo, like this dude just sent me some shit. I didn't ask for this, but like what's going on with him? Like what's going on in his head? Like why would he send me this?
Yeah,
like
what's the thought process?
A sickness.
Yeah,
a sickness.
You know what it is? It's called sexual deviancy. Sexual deviancy.
Right.
Sexual deviancy.
Dance, puppets, dance.
But hey,
what the fuck is wrong with this man?
If we wanna continue this conversation of sexual deviance,
yeah, what's up?
There's no better person to speak about than Tiger Woods.
Bro, you did not, bro. Chill out, man. You did not have to move like that.
Segway on 100.
Damn, bro.
Segway on 10.
Give me the golf clap, bro. Give me the golf clap for the sexual.
I'm giving you the golf nod.
The golf.
Give me the.
Segway.
Hey, that was dope.
Well,
what about him? Is he back in the news for what?
So we've been watching. Brandon and I have been watching the Tiger Woods documentary on HBO
Max. Yeah.
And basically it's just like a rundown of. I think it's a 2-part, right? I don't think there's more than 2 parts, right, Brandon? I think that was it.
Just 2 parts. Remarkable, though.
Really good, yeah. So basically, it just runs down his life, like how he grew up, his dad, like being super, super, like into him being an extraordinary golfer, not really being able to do anything, him becoming a golfer, becoming an absolute boss at it, winning a lot, and then the scandal with him cheating on his wife, and then it turned out like him cheating on his wife with multiple women. Like I think it was like 60 women came out. I don't know if you guys remember, but like 60 women came out on like Good Morning America, just like saying how he had promised them these things and that, and how they all thought that they were the special ones, but they weren't. And basically we kind of just want to talk about how. So basically he had to apologize. He had a whole press conference on like national television apologizing for him cheating on his wife, which is kind of unheard of. You know, like unless you're Bill Clinton, like you shouldn't have to apologize in front of the world for cheating on your wife. I don't think. I mean, I'm sure your wife would probably like that.
Especially a great like Tiger.
Yeah, and it just seemed kind of weird how they expected so much from him, and how they treated him afterwards in the golf world and outside, and just
people
further,
just like seeing the mighty fall. You know, people just like seeing like the higher people are, the more people will just nitpick on like even the most minute details to just see them fall, see them take a L. Because
Yeah.
think about, I mean, all he did is that's one thing I always think about. Like, what did Tiger do actually wrong? Like, what did he do to deserve everything that happened to him? He cheated on his wife, I guess, but like, so did our president. You know what I mean? So I'm like, so I'm like, why? Or our old president, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But it's
Now he is.
like, what's the point? Why? What was the point of him losing all that money for all that stuff?
Yeah, and it's just interesting. Like, the bigger question is just like all what these athletes have to deal with. That all these things that are expected of them, and I feel like especially as like a black athlete for Tiger in a predominantly white run sport, for them to expect him to have to do all of these things and jump through all of these hurdles that no one else is really expected to do that. Like the PGA Tour has notorious cheaters and people that do drugs and all these things. They don't expect them to do that. It's weird. It's a weird
Do you
like
think it's because like I think it's like an expectations things maybe? Because like Tiger, at the time he was goody two shoes. We didn't expect it. That's like if Steph Curry cheated on his wife today.
yeah.
So maybe
Oh
it's
yeah,
like an
Steph would
expectation.
definitely have to make a press conference if he did that.
Nah,
know,
he would
man.
just nah. He would just come out on the gram and shoot a couple threes and be like, "You guys love me for this."
Hey, look
But
at this.
I just had
He
to.
shot 105. He'd shoot 106 when he cheat on his wife.
Nah. He just gonna be shooting. I'm sorry balls. Just like, I'm sorry. I mean it. No, but like, the thing with Tiger Woods, man, like, it really brought me back to like the moment where like I found out like he ran his like Mercedes or whatever car he had into a tree,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Yo, what the hell is this? Like, what is going
Yeah.
on?" And I'm thinking like, what was Buddy on today? Like, is he okay? Like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga was drunk in the whip. Like, what happened? And then like all of a sudden, bro, in his whole like situation was put slowly through the news. Like every day it was like Tiger every day for like a few months. And it's just kind of crazy that all because he decided to do something off the course where, I mean, it's not cool to cheat on your wife when you have kids and responsibilities
or ever.
and things.
Just
Ever.
yeah.
No, never. But that's their business. Why the fuck is ESPN running this story? It has nothing to do with sports. And I was just saying this to OP the other day. I said, bro, like, if you really think about it, high school was where, like, if something happened to you and, like, you did something where it was, like, low-key embarrassing, or I've been through embarrassing moments where the whole school knew, like, you just got ridiculed for that whole day. And this is with Twitter emerging. Like, people are tweeting at you. They're tagging you. Like, people were really doing that shit. And to see that, like, no one gave a shit about Tiger Woods. They just wanted to shame him every trip. It really made me take a step back and be like, yo, have I been doing this to almost everybody in the news? Like, because Tiger's situation is way deeper than just some girls he's hooking up with. It goes way, like, bro, he watched. Someone said in the doc, like, oh, we grow up to be our parents someday or something like that. Like, you grow up to be. It's kind of funny how we grow up to be our fathers, like as boys, as men, because Earl Woods was doing the same thing. He was taking Tiger on these golf trips. Like, they would go to different courses. Earl would have mad women in the room and be hitting all of them. And Tiger has to watch his dad literally cheat on his mom every night. And he can't do anything about it. So, like, that trauma of him just growing up having to see that, some people really repeat what they see.
Yeah.
And people don't take it into like account that it's like, yo, like, these people are victims too. Yeah, they're the victimizers, but like, this all starts from somewhere. Niggas just don't think of, I'm just gonna hit 60 different girls tonight because why not? Like,
it was all like models and stuff too, right?
Yeah, and some beaters, but like, we got girls literally saying, I was in love with him. I just got a lot of heartbreak out of the situation. I got nothing. Please shut the fuck up. Please shut up. We all know that if this man wasn't the revered golfer that he was, you wouldn't give a damn. You'd be like, yo, where's my money at? Like, that's what you would say. It wouldn't be no, well, what hotel should I come? Like, no, because he's flying you out. And also, let's also say this one thing for the one time too. Yeah, you know, people are going to do what they want to do and make the choices they want to make. But for the people that get tempted into these choices, knowing that he has a wife and 2 kids, why would you ruin that? Is it because you don't have it and you want to ruin someone else's life? Because that shit's kind of foul. Like, you knew he was married, you knew who he was. Why would you go do that?
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a lot of it is off the power that he's Tiger Woods. I mean, low-key, like, guys.
man.
I mean, we have like the conversation, like, would you smash Oprah? And it's like, well, I mean, it's Oprah. So I feel like a lot of girls are like,
I wouldn't.
Well, yes, this is that's topic for another day.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I'm with you, B. I'm with you,
I
B.
like Tiger
Yeah.
Woods. But
Money
like
don't make me, bro.
It's Oprah.
It's Oprah.
Anyway.
But like a guy like Tiger Woods, right, comes up on a lady and he's like, hey, hey, wanna come swing my balls a little later? And then the chick's just like, yeah, whatever, it's Tiger. Yeah, I'm serious.
No, it's facts.
Whatever,
It's
facts.
facts.
It's Tiger, whatever. Like, that's literally all it is.
Wanna come swing my balls later?
Swing my balls. Hey, wanna tee off a little later?
He's
I
like,
have no
hey,
idea how this man talks.
have you heard about my stroke? Well, I got a pretty good stroke.
See, now we're doing it. All I'm saying is, though, like,
yeah, that's exactly what people were doing to him at the time.
yeah, but Jesus Christ, but we're doing it in a playful, loving way, because I love, bro.
Yeah.
Watching that doc, bro, it just showed me that, like, yo, he wanted to play other sports, but he was told not to, so he erased that out of his mind by the time he got to junior high, right? So he erases it out of his mind. He does golf full time with his pops. They start winning like the junior-esque golfing tournaments and stuff like that, and he gets the offer from Stanford, like gets to go to Stanford, is winning in that, then goes pro. Nigga, like, bro, this nigga won the 2008 US Open with a torn ACL, didn't he? Or like his leg was just fucked in general.
Yeah, it's some kind of knee issue. I don't know what it was.
Bro, every time he swung, he just grabbed that bitch every trip and was limping and then beat these motherfuckers with one fucking leg, basically. Like, bro, Tiger Woods is excellence. But, like, what I'm going to say is, though, all because he's excellent on the course does not mean he's not a human in real life.
Right.
On the course, he's beyond godlike on a golf course, right? But, like, sometimes you people need to stop, like, assuming that because he does this in golf, like he's great in golf, that like you can just approach him like he's some type of god. It's just golf.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to think about like what he represents, especially in a space like golf, right? Like he is literally one of maybe 2 people of color in the golf world. And I'm thinking like VJ Singh or something. Like that's the only other brown person or black person in there, right?
But OP, I was only saying in the regards of respecting like his space.
Oh, I know, yeah. No, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
But
you're saying respect his space, but like you have to think that he's literally just this like a pariah or something, right? Like this is a black man that came out of nowhere and is literally taking this sport by storm. Not just winning, but in dominating fashion. Like he's beating these people by like 12 strokes, like putting up crazy records, right? So when he messes up, a lot of people are thinking, oh yeah, like this is what we expected, this guy doesn't belong in our sport. Like there's so many crazy instances of him having to deal with like nonsense and racism as a player. Like they mentioned some things on the doc, but like there was multiple times where people were mentioning like fried chicken, like Sergio Garcia was like, oh, I'd make him fried chicken for dinner. And another dude was like, yo, just make sure they don't serve him fried chicken next year. like just so blatantly racist, and I feel like as a black man in spaces like that, you're gonna have a target on your back. So the moment that you do mess up is the moment they're gonna capitalize on that, and they're gonna run it through the mill as many times as they can. And I feel like that's athletes at large too, or black athletes at large too, that like they have a stage. And the moment that they do anything or make any wrongdoing, people are up on them in a second. Because
I'm looking at like the timeline, like of his rise and his fall and all that kind of stuff. And what it seems like is a lot of the media turning on him. It was very recently after he said he was going to take a break from golf. Like he came out with a scandal, and I believe like 2 weeks later, he said he needs to take a break from golf in order to like focus on his marriage. And I think that's when a lot of the media turned on him, especially like his sponsors and things like that. That's when they said, all right, if you're not going to golf anymore, if you're not going to be making us that
We're not
cash,
gonna
bring in money. Yeah.
Yeah, because Josh, that's funny that you say that, bro. That's funny that because you're right. Because when Buddy got caught driving to the parking lot with a ting and was getting busy in the car, the National Enquirer followed him and they took pictures and said, yo, we have like the biggest scoop we've ever gotten. We got Tiger Woods with a woman in the car that's not his wife. And they were like, oh shit. So then I'm really kind of talking about what they said in the doc, but like, so then like they called Tiger's team and they said, yo, what's Tiger's relationship with so-and-so? And they hung up the phone. And then Tiger's team called back and said, like, what do you want? And they said, yo,
that's crazy.
They said, yo, we won't tell anyone this secret that you have if Tiger will be on the cover of Men's Fitness, because I guess the National Enquirer is ran by like the same company as Men's Fitness. So either or, the dude that found out this information finessed for another business venture. You know what I'm saying? So then Tiger, so guess what? Tiger did that shit and he shut his mouth. And he did it.
Yeah.
Dude, like what?
You know what's crazy? I kind of, it's interesting. Like you bring that up. I kind of disagree with you guys a little bit in that, like, I feel like one of the big reasons that athletes get paid, it's like part of their character. Like the character they play is kind of a part of the reason they get paid all the money. Like whether it's the drama or whatever, right? Like I don't think Steph Curry would be getting paid Steph Curry money if he wasn't Steph Curry, if he didn't have like that cachet. Or LeBron. Would LeBron be one of the richest players ever if he wasn't also a good dad, a good person in the community? Very
yes.
I don't think so.
Yes. Because he puts the ball in the hoop very well, nigga. That's why.
Well, hold on.
That's the
I think it depends. It depends on if he was just like a scumbag instead. Like if he was but actually, I mean, Michael Jordan is kind of a scumbag too, and he got paid a lot of money. So.
Let's chill out. Let's chill out.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan still invests in prisons, and people knew that he gambled.
Private prisons, yeah.
People knew that he gambled, and people knew that it's a conspiracy between the
that
flu
shit
game.
sells.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to heal.
He was hungover.
Yeah, everybody needs to heal. Like that sells.
Let me say this, like maybe not like the character, right? But the media definitely plays a role in why athletes get paid, right? Especially like when we think about guys like Kyrie Irving that like don't want to do anything with the media, et cetera, et cetera. Without the ESPNs of the world, without the National Enquirers of the world or whatever, they wouldn't be making as much money as they are. They just wouldn't. Without that advertisement, without that like being pushed into a certain audience, et cetera, you wouldn't be making as much money. So I guess what I'm really saying is being not necessarily media trained, but just being aware of the costs of being a $1 billion athlete. You got to be aware of that kind of stuff. Like if you're going to be a $1 billion athlete, you can't complain when, you get caught cheating and now they're trying to blackmail your ass. Like you just
I understand that. I understand that. Like obviously if you're a brand,
endorsements, it does with endorsements.
Yeah, if you're a brand and you represent another bigger brand, a multi-billion-dollar brand, I understand that they would want you to act in line in some sort of fashion, right? I get that. Right. But there comes a fine line where it's almost too much, right? Where with Tiger Woods, that he needs to go in front of a podium with his wife and all of this media and apologize for cheating on his wife. That is unheard of. Like I was saying, like only Bill Clinton needs to be. He's a president of the world of America. Like he
of the world.
I mean, he's a leader. He's a leader of the free world. He's a president of the United States of America. Bill Clinton needs to do that.
They're all billionaires to me. I don't feel bad. They're all billionaires to me.
But Tiger Woods is the billionaire. Yeah, Tiger Woods is the billionaire for hitting a ball really hard, a small ball really hard with a club, right? Bill Clinton is in charge of policy and actual important things in this world, right? That's the difference.
Tiger isn't obligated to just speak on his personal life, and I don't think he should have.
He doesn't need to.
The only difference between him having that press conference and not having it, which I believe goes a long way, is maybe for the kids, which falls into his brand a little bit more as well. But that man wasn't obligated to do that. Him and his wife could have went to therapy. They could have did anything they needed to do behind closed doors to, get those issues together, or figure out a divorce plan or separation or whatever. But that didn't have shit to do with the PGA or the media.
Do you think?
I also think you need to watch the doc.
Do you think that Tiger has any sort of like, does he owe anything to his sponsors though? Because I understand he makes money through golf, but he also makes money through Gillette. He was making money through, I think I was reading Accenture, which is like an
Pontiac,
accounting
right?
firm. Yeah,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff, right?
Nike
So
gave
if
him his own
literally,
brand, the same way they did Jordan.
that's what I'm saying.
And
So it's like,
LeBron.
so literally, right. So it's like if I understand you're making money golfing, but if you also have your brand and everything to worry about, is the press conference? Do you owe them a press conference at all?
I
Now,
don't think so. I just don't think that's.
usually
I just
is
don't
zero
think that's-
tolerance for endorsers and sponsors. They usually just drop you like a bad habit without asking questions once that sort of media and news comes out about you.
I just don't think that's necessary, man. Can you name another athlete that's had to do that? I mean, multiple athletes cheat on their wives all the time.
Mhm.
Like,
Why
we
was
never had
Tiger
to see
Woods?
that.
Why was Tiger Woods singled out? Oh, I know. He's the only one that has color on his skin in a white world we call golf.
It is. And Josh, you need to watch the doc because it was coming up on the Masters, and the chairman of Augusta, literally they had a press conference and he was like, I'm rooting for Tiger, but he needs to really make amends for the things that he's done. And it just sounded like, it was like, you're not his daddy, dude. You don't need
Like,
to
why are you
tell
singling him
like,
out for something that's
you
not
know,
even drug related? That's
like,
nothing to do
right.
with this tournament.
Like
Why?
like Phil Mickelson literally cheated on his wife that had breast cancer. Like Dustin Johnson on the PGA Tour has popped hot for cocaine in his system before. We don't see them having to make. Dustin Johnson just won a Masters. We don't hear them making these kinds of apologies and saying all these things. It just didn't see it. It just doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem right.
Right.
at
They
all.
don't have
Yeah,
it.
the
They
last
don't have it in
athlete.
the PGA like rules and regulations that you can't have an affair. Although it is wrong, it's not like you failed a drug
Right,
test or
right.
anything.
No, they were also saying that when Tiger was growing up and like was getting into this whole realm of golf, and even like I'm pretty sure in college and even in high school, that like people were yelling racial like slurs at him at these
Yeah,
tournaments.
man.
Like they were
Yeah.
really doing that. Like he had, bro. Tiger. One thing about him, bro, he has mentally like been able to turn off any consciousness since he was a child. That's what I got from
Yeah.
the documentary, is that like his emotions, he can put them in a bag and put them over there and not have
Yeah.
any, and just be
His
like,
dad was a Green Beret, so the mental
bro,
fortitude
that
is
is
important. Yeah.
insane to be able to be like, yes, I love you too, I love you. Like, yo, he told, like, bro, one of the women came on this on the doc, right? And I was really believing her, like, damn, he really did love you then. Like, he was really telling you to fly out. Oh, but wait, he did that for her, and her too. Like, now I'm saying, like, damn, this nigga's a demon. Like,
Or I mean, you could be in love with multiple people. I think that's possible.
Yeah.
You can love certain things.
Baseball
about
players have
people.
multiple families, and don't nobody say shit about them. That's all
What?
I gotta say.
Yeah, they
baseball,
travel so
because-
much they have to.
You said you believe that you can be in love with multiple.
Are you talking about
people?
traveling
think you
baseball
can.
players, bro?
No, I'm talking about like MLB baseball, like professional baseball players. They actually have like
We
multiple.
can go back to that,
families.
Josh.
What?
Yeah, they play all year round. That's why they have multiple families in multiple cities and states. Just
Nah.
Some of them do. I mean, some of them do. Some of them do.
Man, look here.
No,
Yeah, not all of them.
Not a lot.
Not
though.
all of
Not
them.
a lot.
No,
not a
not-
lot. Like 2. But like,
Man, look.
But hey, hold on. I gotta
Yeah,
throw
let's
a flag
run it
on
back,
the play.
Josh.
I
Run it back,
gotta throw a
Josh.
flag on
Yeah.
the play. I gotta throw a flag on
let's
the
hear
play.
it. Yeah, let's hear
My
it.
man's OP just said
Uh-huh.
that you could be in love with more than one person at the same time. Do
I think it's
y'all agree?
possible.
I believe.
Yeah, I believe it.
think it's possible.
Hey, let me ask y'all this question too. If it was possible, would you have 2 wives?
No, I don't even know if that's legal, but
No. I'm saying if it was possible, would you do it?
Oh,
There'd
nah,
be no
that's too
point.
much,
I'd rather
dude.
just
That's
be
too
single
much.
and cheat.
Yeah.
He said, I'd rather have
Wait,
one
hold
and
on,
cheat.
wait.
But
Hold on,
I
OP.
do think it's possible. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like Tiger.
go through that like mindset real quick. So like, let's say you're in love with the first person, you meet the second person. Like what's going through your mind?
Mhm. I think it's possible. I mean, that hasn't happened to me, but I think it is possible to like fall for certain things that different people have. Like I feel like there's certain things of someone that you can admire and you can fall for, outside of the first one that you had. I think that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so OP, you be down to have like a ting in every city.
Not really. I'm just saying that I think it's possible. I think that
I
human
believe that
beings-
someone can
I
give
think
you another part of emotional support that your current wife or significant
and I
other
think that's what, and I think that's, you have to watch the doc, but that's exactly what Tiger had said, was that the one girl that he was messing with, he told her he loved her because she actually asked him about the details of his day, right? He said that he couldn't talk to his wife Elin about the things that were going on his day to day. Like it was just very just cut and dry.
Do you
but
think
the other woman was like she was like, oh, like I care about what you're doing every single day, and he would run that down. He said, I love you because you can tell me those things.
Yo, OP, do you think he was capping though, or do you think he was dead serious when he was telling these girls that?
Does Tiger look like he capped?
Yes.
Yes.
See, I don't know. Actually, no, he might not cap, because that dude went on TV and said that he was, what did he say? He was like Woblasian or some shit. He was white, black, and Asian.
Kablasian. Like Kablasian.
He's like, I'm not black or white. I'm Kablasian.
I'm Kablasian.
So he might not have any cap in him.
But guess what? When he fucked up with his wife, he was black. Black golfer seen cheating on wife.
Black as can be.
On white wife. Yo,
Wait,
would it have been just as bad if his wife was black though?
We don't know.
Nope. Nope. Don't say I don't know. No, it might have been, because we talking about Tiger.
Though.
It might
have been
because we talking about Tiger, but I don't think.
And not his Nordic porcelain skinned white wife.
Porcelain skin.
Nordic.
I mean, she's from Denmark or something.
Skin looking like the icing on a Pop-Tart. Ooh.
All right, let's calm down. But I was just gonna say, like with Tiger's situation though, like it's crazy how like they build you up like to be like this Don, like this godlike figure, and then you make a few mistakes with some women, just that, and then you not only make mistakes with a few women, but then you also get addicted to pain medication because your back is completely fucked, your knees are fucked, you're in pain. Wait, Tiger Woods was literally saying that he had to be carried like to his room. The pain was so bad he couldn't even like get up. You know what I'm saying? Like his back was that fucked. And then, like, I remember back in those days while he's playing golf, and I'm thinking, damn, this nigga's really ass. Like, what's going on with him? Not knowing that, his back is completely screwed. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking about like, you're out here criticizing someone who's done something their whole lives and better than you'll probably do anything. And you out here saying this nigga sucks because like his back's broke or whatever the fuck. Like, no, like people break down. People are human. And I just kind of feel like with Tiger, like the humanity was lost. It was always just a joke. And it wasn't a joke, especially to his wife, who was getting clowned too. Like, when is like enough with y'all niggas? Like, you guys really like pushing buttons with people going through real life shit. And at the same time, like someone like Tristan Thompson, like that was kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie, because nigga, you're on a
because it was the Kardashians. That's why it was funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that, but I'm just saying, like,
I bet you
I'm just saying.
Nigga.
Oh no. It goes deeper than that though. But listen. All I'm saying is though, like with Tiger Woods, like I just feel like Buddy was really going through stuff, and just to judge him and not really get to know like what really was going through his mind, because he had to go to rehab. Like he was fucked up, bro. Like he was really like down bad. Golf couldn't save him. He had to get checked. So like I kind of feel like sometimes like we're quick to write off the guy that makes the mistake, but it's like why don't we figure out what the mistake was, figure it out, and then like get him some help.
I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna play the race card. It's because he was black. Because he was black in a white dominated sport. I think that is what it boils down to. Son, this dude, when he was playing, one year he was playing in some tournament, and some reporter or some live broadcaster was like, yeah, Tiger's at it again, up by 20 billion strokes. Another guy's like, yeah, they're gonna have to gang up on him. And the dude said, and I quote, yeah, they're gonna have to take him to an alley and lynch him. Said that. They said that. They said that. They said that. They said that.
That's crazy.
That is wild. That is wild.
It's kind of like what we've been seeing on Twitter with Vince McMahon. Like, keep it up.
Yeah, man.
Like
Yeah,
what,
dude.
bro? Like that
Dude.
shit is crazy, bro. Like
But you
that was
gotta
on
think
television.
that's probably why Tiger has like nerves of steel, because he
He
knew
had
that
to.
he was getting into a predominantly white sport, and if he wanted to be great, he had to be ready for people to be ready for him to slip up and hit him
He
with the
said he'd
fucking
been
book.
he said he'd been kicked off of courses before, him and his father, when they were growing up playing.
Yo, can I ask
And
you
they
guys
never
this?
gave them reasons why. But
May I ask you guys this question
I
too?
would, if I was Tiger, I would play old white men for their country club memberships.
Whoa.
Kick me off the course. I'll play for it. I'll play for it, Dan. Right.
You would, that would be some ill shit though.
Right,
Like, ha,
right.
your membership is revoked.
Right.
Bitch. I'm Tiger Woods. I'm Tiger Woods. Whipping your ass, nigga.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Like, bro, but I was gonna ask you guys this question. I kind of feel like we've all been in spaces where the majority of people that were in the rooms that we were in didn't look like us, right?
sure.
How many times have you guys felt like when being like basically the only black guy in the room? How did you approach those situations? Because I feel like sometimes, like when it comes to these type of situations where like everyone doesn't look like you kind of have like this knot in your chest where it's just like, okay, like, you know, I got to figure this out. Maybe
It's so awkward.
yeah, but at the same time, I kind of feel like over time you kind of realize, hey, just kind of, you know, be chill, speak what you got to speak when spoken to, and do what you got to do to, you know, maneuver in these spaces. But I kind of felt like over time, I just grew to be comfortable with myself, and then that just led me to move how I wanted to move. But like, I do remember being that kid sometimes where it's just like, I'm the only one here, and I have a long last name, and it's not Williams the third. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't come from what y'all come from. So it's that balance of cultures too. It's just kind of like hard to maneuver in these spaces because people just be like, you don't look like us, you don't act like us, you don't talk like us. Who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just look at you kind of weird instead of just trying to figure you out. Like who's this guy? He's not from here. Like, where's he from? Like, you know, just being like Will always says, curiosity kills the cat. But it's like no one's willing to be curious. They're just willing to, you know, say fuck you. like you're not like us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I would say, like it's interesting you bring that up because honestly, I think just kind of based on how I was raised, I was always kind of used to it for real. Like it was never like a because even growing up from elementary school up, I rarely had a black teacher. Most of my classmates were white. Like it never I was never in a situation where I was around predominantly black people and then got placed in a white situation, and therefore I was uncomfortable. I feel like it was kind of like being around predominantly white people for me growing up was simply going to school. You know, it was
Yeah.
like, so I don't even know if the animosities about being black were also probably wrapped up in those same animosities of, oh, well, it's the first day of school. You know what I mean? Like it's pictured it, you know what I mean? Like the regular school animosities. So I don't know. So I didn't really think about it. Then even when I went to college, I went to Miami University, literally the whitest college in the world, you know? And it never really
House.
it's a fact. It's a fact. I'm pretty sure it's like 95% white. It's some crazy stuff. Then it's
That's
like
where Ben
4% Asian.
Roethlisberger went to school.
Right, exactly. That's where he learned how to put him pop in the scoopty doop, and then right, boy. No, that's crazy. That's like a side note. They always refer to like if you're at a frat house and they start talking about like touchdowns and stuff like that, that's always like date rape stuff, which is like, what the hell? Anyway. But it's a side note, my bad. And then even when I went to work, even when I went to work, it was like 99% white people. Well, I don't know. I hear what you're saying, B, but I feel like maybe it's like the conditions that we're brought up in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it kind of you kind of not necessarily get numb to it, but it's like, man, that's really just the environment that I was pulled in. You know,
we're all built to like adapt to certain situations and environments. And I think with us all coming from black families, our parents have instilled having those certain reservations in us about a different culture, or, you know, an intense culture, would put lightly as, you know, being around Caucasian folks. You know, once we have those reservations prepared and, you know, we're cautious about being around white people and how awkward it could get, I feel like we can become comfortable with it.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty much in the same boat as
Nigga, you
Josh.
glitching too, all right? You glitching too, bruh. You glitching too. You also are glitching, all right? We
Yeah,
all
yeah,
glitching.
brother, you are glitching.
Yeah, because
But,
my movement, nigga,
Yeah,
but
you're
not
moving too
anymore,
fast, bro.
bitch.
Moving too fast.
Glitching, all
Oh
right?
shit.
We got new equipment, all right? We got new equipment.
Niggas is
Hey,
talking
it'll work
crazy.
itself out.
hey,
Grease.
It'll work itself out.
All right.
It's
God damn.
fine.
But yeah, no, I'm in the same boat as Josh, and I think that's a really important thing you brought up about having Black teachers, is that I didn't have a Black teacher until I went to college. I grew up in predominantly white schools, so being in white spaces was a way of life and has been a way of life for me since I have been a kid. Right, I could say was indoctrinated into that shit to an extent. So just being myself is all that I could be. If you don't like me, then, and if it's because of reasons other than how I am as a person, then that's solely on you. you know but yeah, I mean, when I am obviously, like, it's hard not to be in a space where it's all like white people and not be like, damn, I'm the only Black person here, damn. Like, y'all, or like, it's like, y'all ain't got any other Black friends, like, I'm the only Black friend, I'm the only Black person.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny because, like, I just started, like, recently, like, my last 3 to 4 years getting out of an all white environment. Like, when you go into an establishment or a house or something, it's like, kind of scan the room, be like, oh, so I'm the only Black person here. All right, it's that type of party. And that's the comfortability that we give ourselves. It goes from being awkward to you're just curious about how many Black people are in here, and that's us being more comfortable.
I feel like the most awkward part for me, I guess, growing up is, like, it's weird. Like, I feel like getting into all white environments, it doesn't necessarily scare me. But once you're in it, you can be in some really, like, awkward situations. And for me, the most awkward is when you're the only Black person in the room. Therefore, you're like the ambassador to all Blackness. Like something, like a Black thing gets brought
Is this
up,
how you do your dance?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
am I doing it right?
No. Speaking for all African Americans in America, you are. Those kind of situations.
So can we say it?
Yeah. Things like that. Or even, like,
it's
always
always
that. Like,
even in, like, school. That one person.
Yeah, like, what was that? Hold on,
Josh, real quick. It's always that one person, that one white person who's like, "Oh, what's up, homie?" Or what's up, homie? It's like, first of all, I know you don't talk like that when you're not around Black folks. So, and I just met you.
Like, that's another thing they do. They always try to do, like, Black speak whenever Black people are around. It's like, okay, LOL, But, like, what was that? What was that one book? I think it's Huckleberry Finn. It says, like, the N-word in it or something. Yeah. And it's like, I can vividly remember times where, like, that book would get brought up or whatever, and then it becomes a race issue. Then it's like, all right, Josh, what do you think about this? You know what I mean? And I'm like,
Josh, care to delegate?
Yeah, I am an 8th grader. Okay,
Josh would be like, what was going on? I was looking at the Eagle score. I didn't know what y'all was talking about.
What y'all talking about? Nah,
I forgot to do the reading, actually.
Like,
I didn't do the reading.
Yeah, because generally, like, I like to be a pretty carefree dude, but I feel like whenever I'm in, like, predominantly white situations, you gotta become Obama. Like, you have to become, like, you have to realize that you have so much responsibility as a Black person within this room, because everything you say is literally going to impact these white people's lives forever. And it's like, damn, do I really want that much responsibility on my shoulders? You know what I mean? Every time I'm in a room with 30 white people, what the hell?
It's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. That's one of those kind of like unsung, pressures of being a Black person in America, that there's so freaking few of us that you get in these situations where you got to represent. That's what they mean by we got to represent. You know what I mean?
Real quick. At what age did you realize that was kind of an implied obligation, as being a Black person?
I probably realized it in high school, but I didn't take it seriously until I graduated college.
That's fair. Because I don't think I realized until I actually got to college. And that was just because, we were all young and angry at one point. And I was just like, Fuck these white
Angsty.
people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, man. That's just it's interesting. The whole African, diaspora experience. We like us four. We're all from different cultures, right? But our experiences seem to ring true just the same. Like we all have had very similar experiences. And even when we talk about it and we joke about it, it's very interesting to hear the ways that we've been brought up, despite the differences in our cultures, how similar they are, and how it's like, damn, you had to do that too. It's like, but your family's from, and you guys did that. Oh, word, that's crazy, But I feel like we should take some time to just talk about our upbringings, because we haven't really had a chance to talk about that on this platform yet.
Yeah.
And I know that we all have some very funny stories. I know Brendan's got some funny things to talk about with his upbringing.
Hey,
As
I'm
a
not
young-
gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Jollof rice is overrated.
Oh my days! All right.
Oh, yo.
Whoa! Diaspora wars now.
Yo.
Diaspora wars now. Get this light skinned nigga now. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get this American out of here, bro. Get him out of here.
Josh is officially
Wow.
MAGA. This is
Wow.
MAGA Josh from now on.
Josh, you just set off like a fatwa on yourself.
Shut your,
From all West-
dirty mouth.
Yeah, West Africans
Shut
are on
up.
your ass now, bro. West
Yeah.
Africans are on you now, bro.
I'm just gonna
like the
tag.
Alaskan
Hey, next hashtag West Africans killing Josh. That's the next hashtag for Josh.
But hey, Brendan, tell us.
Hey,
Tell us.
I get
about
Josh.
your upbringing.
Yo, unlike what you just heard from Dickhead over here with the glasses,
Which one though? We both have glasses on.
oh
Which
shit,
one?
the light skinned
The dude that looks like the dude that looks like he's literally in front of the sun right now.
right. You in a tanning bed, nigga? God damn. So I just want to be
time travel.
Certified lover boy.
Oh,
future looking ass nigga. Turn that bitch down.
right. My goodness.
Nah, but growing up, bro, it was, yo, pick up your pants, wear a belt, don't wear your hood. If you act up, you're getting smacked.
But speak about like dressing. Like when you were growing up, like did your parents, did they stress over like what you would wear to school?
Hell yeah, and I would bring an extra bag just to change out them clothes. Yeah, every time.
Savage.
Wow.
I would, yo, because bro, once again, we had to talk about this too with the experiences with between the four of us. Yo, hip hop rang true from the time that I came to Ohio, which I was 8 years old. Came to Ohio. I'm already hip to Snoop Dogg. I'm already hip to Bow Wow. I'm already hip to Eminem. I'm already hip to Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys. I'm already hip to like every pop culture icon in the early 2000s. Nelly, you name it, bro. So then 50 Cent comes along, and now I want to wear long ass white tees to school and have Air Force Ones. I remember I got my first pair of Air Force Ones. I was geeked up. They were cocaine white. They were fresh with the strap. You feel me? Like niggas like, oh, this nigga came through with the Air Force One. Oh, we see you. You know, when you bring the fresh shoes out to school, you're like, yeah, nigga, I know you see it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
but like honestly, bro.
Just real quick, because like shoes is just one of them things that's like typically like maybe because we're older now we don't realize it, but when you were younger, you would usually wear the same pair of shoes.
Oh, and I got
Every
roasted
day, yeah.
for it. I got roasted for it.
Every day. Well, I feel like most people would.
I
Y'all
wear the
like,
same pair of shoes until
what
they
I'm
were
saying.
no longer able to be worn again.
That's what I'm saying.
Like when you went school shopping, you had to like choose precisely what pair of shoes you wanted because you knew you had to wear them every day.
Mama, I want these FUBUs.
You had to pick a shoe that would go with every single fit.
Yeah. So when you would come to school
Every
with a
single
new
fit.
pair of shoes, it was like a whole new personality.
You were like,
I ain't gonna.
oh, this nigga's got shoes.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie too, bro. My parents had the audacity. My mama did. She didn't know no better though at the time, but she bought me Skechers and really thought I was gonna wear them.
How old were you?
I was like 8 or 9. I wasn't going.
Oh,
Nah.
8 or 9, nah, you can rock.
Nah,
some Skechers.
you
8 or 9,
can't.
you can wear
You wasn't that,
Skechers.
you wasn't that
Can't.
prideful.
I
at
thought
the
you were in
age
high
of
school,
9.
bro.
8 or
I thought you were in high
9.
school. If you were in high school, man.
Yeah, no, man, that you know.
I used to have to wear Shacks in kindergarten. Like elementary
Yeah,
school.
those are hot. Those are hot.
If
Those
you
are
wear
hot back in the
Skechers,
day.
Yeah.
if you wear Skechers in high school, you're a pedophile. Straight up. Is what it
Yeah,
is.
Jesus Christ.
Who raised you?
For real, I'm serious.
Nah, but I mean,
any person that wore sketches in high school, you grew up to be a whole pedophile.
Nah, but growing up there, I would say this though.
Oh,
I
why,
mean,
Leonard?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, y'all
Cut
remember
that
K
out.
Swiss?
Yeah.
K Swiss was low key the Vans before Vans got popular outside of like,
Cap.
skateboarding.
Cap. K-Swiss
Oh.
was never hot.
Bro,
That's cap. That's cap.
K-Swiss.
K-Swiss. People were buying K-Swiss.
wanna
People
bet?
were
People
were
were
buying
buying
K-Swiss.
They were not hotter
No
than
one
Vans,
was
bro.
wearing K-Swiss.
They were buying
No
them
one
at the
wearing
same
K-Swiss.
rate people was buying Reeboks outside of
No one
Okay,
Iverson.
was wearing
Reeboks,
K-Swiss.
maybe Reeboks, not Vans, bro. Vans were always
Oh.
popping off.
Yeah, I would say Reeboks because they kind of mirror each other. But just getting back to the conversation though, growing up,
Oh,
like
my
I
God.
didn't have. I had a good childhood, but like it was rough at times.
Talk about disciplinary stuff. Talk about like
Oh,
like what you were allowed to do, what you couldn't do, what you
Yo.
got in trouble for.
the
all
only
those
time
things.
people will see me out is school, football. That's it.
Also,
It wasn't no.
give a little preamble about where your parents are from. You know.
Oh
like,
yeah,
what's that?
they're from the west side of Africa, West Africa, Ghana, Accra, capital.
Are you first generation?
Yes, I am.
Shout out.
Yeah. But yeah, they're coming straight out our motherland.
Nice. My family's been here for a minute. We've been here
Hey.
for a while.
Hey,
Nah, understandable.
my parents
wanna laugh,
originate
though. I'm
from
not
Northeast Ohio, and my dad's from Buffalo, New York. So, hey, shout out,
Go Buffalo.
shout out.
Are you first generation OP?
I am. Yeah, my parents are from Guyana, not Ghana, Guyana, South America, in between Venezuela and Suriname, I believe.
Yo,
Above Brazil.
Oren, how does your mama say your name, bro? Like, can you show us how she says your name?
Yo, all my family says my name. It's not Oren, it's Aaron. And my mom and the way that so Guyana's like South American, but like it's very Caribbean. It's very West
Shout out to the man, them St.
West
John.
Indian.
He's from St. John's from there too. Shout out
He's from
to
Guyana
St.
too,
Yeah,
yeah.
shout
So,
out
like,
to St.
Wait,
John.
have we
Nigga,
been
kill him.
pronouncing your name wrong this whole time?
I mean, that's just the Americanized way. Like my family calls me Aaron, but like the way that they speak it, it sounds they
Aaron?
say it very like melodically. It's like Aaron.
Oh,
It's very like melodic and kind of sing-songy the way that they speak.
Aaron.
So Aaron.
Aaron.
Under the sea.
Aaron, me made curry and goatee for you. Some roti and rice. Curry and roti.
Hey,
Yeah.
But yeah.
OP, for real though. Like it's
But yeah.
crazy how like I feel like people. Okay, it's gonna sound ignorant as hell, but people really do
No.
sleep on the fact that Black people can come from not Africa, or at least like
Or have, like-
culturally or
Right.
ethnically, you know,
Right.
just come from like Latin American countries, you know.
Yeah, man. In the Caribbean as well is like we're saying, like the diaspora is so large. Like there's so many different kinds of Black people scattered across this planet from different walks of life. Like there's no difference between, our culture. I mean, there are differences between our culture, but there's a lot of similarities. Like we're all pretty much the same. And like the funniest, not the funniest, but like one of the best things I've ever heard is like, yo, for one person to think they're better than the other because I'm from Africa, I'm from here, and I'm African American. It's like, yo, we all just got dropped off the boat, off the slave ship at a different
Some
time.
just got dropped off first. Yeah.
Earlier, yeah,
Right.
some just got dropped off early. We're all a part of the diaspora, right? Like we all have very similar cultures.
Nah,
like
apparently,
we all like
nah, Brendan's family, they knew not to trust the white man. I respect it. Like, your great granddaddy was a wise man, Brendan. Wise
Thank
man.
you.
your
Yeah,
great
My dumbass granddaddy. My dumbass. my granddaddy said, "Oh, free cruise, free cruise." Nigga, it's a
vacation.
one-way ticket.
No,
it was
no,
a
no,
one-way
no.
ticket.
No.
The first vacation. The first vacation you had to take butt ass nigga.
Yo, two questions for Josh and Will.
Oh my God, that is crazy.
Did you guys ever come up with people that like
Our ancestors are turning in their grave right now.
Yo, I want you. Yo, just 1 second, bro. That was just wild. that was
it
foul,
was,
bro.
I didn't mind it.
All
That
Will's
was
granddaddy
wild.
saw was 30 naked black women getting on the boat. He said, "All right, well," he said, "All right, well, looks like
I
it's
see.
Wait, we all sleeping together? We all sleeping in the same room?
Oh,
Oh,
stop,
shit.
stop,
Oh,
stop, stop,
Oh,
stop,
Lord.
stop.
He said, "Oh Lord."
That is foul.
Lord.
That is foul.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yo, ancestors, I'm sorry. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for all that you've done.
Josh is
Yeah.
just
Anyway.
a no barrier ass
Hey.
MAGA nigga. Hey, listen. But I was gonna ask y'all, like, did you guys grow up with Africans that were around you guys that like when you went over their house or like hung out with them or just seen their parents like as like a culture difference to you guys? Like, did it ever occur to you that like, damn, these niggas is actually different than us? Like, or has that never really crossed your mind?
I can
You wanna
see
go
the
ahead, Will?
differences. Yeah. I can see the differences.
I sure you can.
But let me explain. I actually didn't get to experience African culture truly until I moved down here to Columbus. As far as I was concerned, I always thought that Africans hated African Americans prior to me actually having
They
friends
do.
down here in Columbus. They do, right? And not all of them, not all y'all,
They do.
but y'all be giving us the side eye and shit. Like,
There are certain tropes and
Boomer Africans
Which-
cannot
what-
stand African Americans, yo.
what you say, Brendan? Your parents think that African Americans are lazy. The
Yo,
same
what's the
as the
word,
white
Brendan?
man.
Not mine.
What's
Not
the word,
mine.
Brendan, for Black Americans that they use?
Akata.
Disrespectful.
Yo, I'd rather be called the N-word, bro. That sounds so vicious.
Right. That's
I'd rather be
a
called the
very
N-word.
malicious word.
And it's coming from a fellow black man too. That hurts extra.
Let me see the Great Plains under that motherfucking hat, nigga.
At least,
Great
at
point.
least I can see my hairline, bitch.
Oh, first of all, why I gotta be a bitch?
Salute a 10 hut. Look at us, nigga.
Talking about black on black crime. Look at us. Look at
What's
us.
your hair?
Look at
What's
us
your
now.
haircut count? Hey, you know how niggas get
I
their
got a haircut
Spotify
in 3
count?
weeks, my nigga. Look how long this hair is. I've gotten a haircut in 3 weeks, fam.
Niggas got a
Next.
Spotify count at the end of the year.
Next, nigga.
Brendan get a haircut count at the end of 2020.
And
You
we just
got
get a
your-
hey,
You
hey, and
got
we,
your haircut 2 million times this
hey,
year.
and you know what, Will? And you know what, Will? Hey, and you know what, Will? You know what, Will? We get a count of how many inches your hairline is going
Hold
back.
on, hold on.
It's for that.
First of all, let's get this correct. I guarantee my hairline is closer to my eyebrows than yours is. So let's chill.
Have you seen yours?
Oh, I know my hairline is better than yours.
Okay.
Brendan,
Yeah, I
we're
ain't
doing
gonna
that
lie,
hairline
I ain't gonna lie,
off.
Brendan,
So,
you dress
hey,
like
I'm getting a cut on Friday. We can debate this on Friday.
Hey,
How
just
about
get
that?
the tape measure out, bro. Let's see.
Will,
count that finger.
Will's fooling. Will's fooling.
We gonna wait till
Will's
we get a cut.
fooling.
We gonna wait till we get a cut.
Will is tripping.
I'm 110% confident about that.
Will has been capping
hold
since
on,
last
man.
episode.
Hold
You
on.
have a shut helmet, nigga. Come on,
y'all are yelling into this microphone.
All right,
Goddamn,
I'm sorry.
we're not
I'm
going
sorry.
anywhere.
Yeah,
Please.
see, that's that Cleveland coming out of that nigga. Listen, anywho, though, Will doesn't.
Real,
Will's
Don't let
been-
Josh get us riled up.
Yeah, real quick though, wouldn't you rather check now instead of getting a haircut and then checking your hairline before they push that shit back?
They're not putting. He doesn't push my shit back.
Yeah, I don't get my shit pushed back.
I've had the same barber
bring
for
up a
like
good
the
point,
last.
though. You bring up a great point, OP.
I'm just saying.
You bring up
wouldn't
a great-
rather
No,
with
that's
the-
a good point.
with the
That's a good
fresh
point.
with the fresh
That's-
regrowth. Wouldn't you rather line that?
That's
up?
why I trust in my hairline. Yeah, I don't.
Oh wow, yeah.
I have a hat on.
Oh,
I won't just for
man.
I
you.
wonder why.
I won't
No,
just for you.
it's because my hair's long as fuck.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like when I knew I hated niggas and would never trust them ever again, there was one time that I went. It was a bar in Oxford, and your boy was wearing a hat because it's college. I wasn't getting cuts. Period. I basically just started getting haircuts like last year. No cap. So it's like I was in Oxford. Your boy had his hat on. I was chilling. Blah blah. And y'all know me. I'll be roasting people for no reason, just because I hate myself as well. So I walked up to this one homie, and then I was making fun of him. And then he was just looking at me. He was just, and I was like, boy, you don't take that, blah, blah, blah. He's just, and I get done. Ha, ha, ha. Next, he just goes, shoo, takes my hat off, yo. And when I tell you my shit was looking so unbelievably tragic, I never roasted that man again. Never in my life. Some people, they just know. If you go to a function with a hat on, they just know your shit is messed up. It's a telltale sign. It's a telltale sign.
Yeah, facts. Especially if you have a fit on besides that. Especially if a fit on besides that, like you're not just in like whatever, like sweats or some shit. People are gonna know, like, oh,
they don't know. Oh,
boy.
Right.
Big facts.
Let's get back onto this.
Yeah, let's get
onto this because this has become
we'll just cut all that.
I want to continue the violence though, because Josh started off this segment with violence, talking about jollof rice. So what I want to know
violence.
What I want to know though, this doesn't have to do with jollof rice, but honestly, that's a crazy take because jollof rice,
it's so good.
Jollof
rice smacks.
This nigga like Chipotle rice instead. Face ass, no taste that
cilantro rice and shit.
Yeah,
look,
it's healthy.
Y'all talk about jollof rice. I expect it to be like, you know, like delicious. It's good. Like it's good. It's like a side dish. It's not like a whole meal. It's good.
All right,
Gosh,
OB answer.
It really ain't no whole meal. Y'all need to get that together.
That's what I'm saying. It's just
rice. Really ain't no whole
meal. You gotta understand something. You gotta understand something though. Like Africans have jollof rice. Guyanese people, we have something called cook up rice, which is just rice and black eyed peas and then vegetables. And if you have a meat, you throw that in there. You just do what you can to make shit last, man. You literally are just trying to stretch.
And there's also meat. I was jollof rice, you swines.
I was about to ask y'all, what was like growing up? What was your family's like poor meal, like on like the worst days when y'all didn't have like groceries and shit?
You see,
rice and stew.
Talked about it.
You see, it's funny though, because like my parents, like my family isn't my parents aren't poor, right, by any means, but like the way that they grew up and the food that is like home, like in our culture, is basically like poor food, right? Like you're just trying to like stretch things out, make things work. So literally everything we ate was kind of like that, like rice and black eyed peas with just a little bit of meat in it, or like you know, like soup, just soup. I'd be like, Mom, what's for dinner? Soup. Be like, yo, we can make more than that. Like, yo, what's good? You know, or like we would have like curry and like curry chicken and like rice or roti or something. That was like a fulfilling meal. But like a lot of times it was just
delicious.
You know, but like that's every culture though. Like Italian people have like those kinds of meals, right? Like pasta is super cheap. Like they have super cheap things that they can make that last, you know, that sits for you for a while. Like they got empanadas in Colombia. They got.
But why is it looked at? But why is it like looked at as poor food with Africans? Like I don't understand that. If everyone kind of has their culture, no, I'm not saying that y'all did. But I'm saying that when Africans have food, or like when you go to an African's house that is making like the cultural type of food, people always like, ew, it stinks in here. Like, but like no one does that to
really?
You know what I'm saying? Like people are very rude to it.
Did you have that experience, B, for real? Because I don't know. Whenever I go to an African household, it smells delicious.
Yo,
definitely.
As a kid, like when it was time to bring lunch to school, you sometimes didn't want to bring what your mom had for dinner last night because people would be like, "What's that?
Really?
Why is it brown like that? Ew, that looks like doo doo." It's like, yo, son, chill on me. Like this is good,
shit, man.
Right.
Yeah, man. There was always a fear of like you're like, Mom, just give me a pizza and hamburgers. You know, she was like, I don't want this.
My mom was just so good at cooking. She would just make me sandwiches. But like when I came home, like the food that we had to eat was rice and stew. So it was just rice, I think, and like corned beef sometimes, or just red tomato soup, stew with like some meat in it too as well. And then that shit would last me all day. Nigga, I'd be cool. And then we got fufu soup, which is like peanut soup with like potatoes.
What's it called? Fufu soup.
Fufu soup, yeah. Yeah, people eat that as well. They love that shit. Like it's a crazy dish. Yeah, thanks.
That fufu language, I ain't with it.
Wait, Eru?
How about you guys? Actually, I'm not about to do that.
No, we used to have something just like that. But my mom called it dirty rice, which I think might be Hispanic. But she basically make like white rice with seasoned ground beef and maybe some veggies or some random veggies or something. And that would be like, you know, some meals that we have when there wasn't a lot of groceries.
Son, down south, it's like comes from like the slaves, but they have something called Hoppin' John. And it's literally just like rice, black eyed peas, you cook it in coconut milk, throw vegetables, whatever meat you can find, you throw that in
Yeah.
there. It's the same
Mhm.
thing that we eat all over, dude. It's just
Yeah.
crazy that we're from different parts of the world with different cultures, but like our meals and our cultures themselves are so similar. Like I keep on saying that, but like they're really not that
Yeah.
different at all. But here's
No,
something
very
that I do
similar.
want to ask you guys though, because I feel like here's one part where our cultures are different, like me and like Brendan and mine versus your guys' upbringing. Because I
Man,
feel
you
like
from the
Brendan and
Caribbean. You and Brendan
I
probably got
know.
different cultures too.
Nah,
Right,
but yo,
this nigga,
but yo,
this
but here's the thing. Here's
South
the thing.
American ass
I'm from
nigga.
That's what I'm
like
saying,
Caribbean.
bro. You
Yo,
from Brazil? Talking
yeah, but here's the
about
thing though. Caribbeans,
What
yo,
you
but here's
mean?
the thing though, bro. Caribbeans and Africans, yo, our shit
Yeah.
is like low key the same, bro. Like,
Wait,
like,
yeah, wait.
like,
Let me ask you one
like,
question before you ask the question. Do you feel like you're from the Caribbean, or you said
mhm.
where again? I'm sorry,
Guyana.
Guyana. So you
Uh-huh.
say being from Guyana, you find more similarities in Brendan's culture, like African culture, as opposed to African American culture.
I'd say so, yeah, because like like Brendan and I will crack jokes about like shit that our parents would say, and I'll put it in an African accent,
Mm-hmm.
and he will geek out because he's literally heard those same exact things. Like, you need to, like, oh, you want to play Xbox all day? You need to Xbox your books. Or just saying the most
Yeah.
ridiculous shit like that, where it's like, yo, what?
Word.
But like they say, like it's very similar things, and like we've been
Mhm.
disciplined very similarly. And this is what I was getting to with asking you guys was like,
Mhm.
because our discipline was very like, yo, you're not going anywhere if you can't do this. Like, you can't. Don't even ask me to go to that party. Oh, you're gonna go to the party? Don't even think about it. Like, did you guys have that much restriction? Did you guys have that much pushback on things that you wanted to do growing up? Because like it was like pulling teeth for
Bro,
me.
I don't think I stayed the night at a friend's house until I was like 15 years old.
Okay.
It was one of
Same
those
here.
things you just don't ask.
You don't
And
ask, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
unless it was like a cousin and we were in Cleveland, then yeah, because we would all end up being together anyway. But friends, no.
Yeah. Okay, I was
Don't
the same
even.
way. Okay.
Don't even ask.
Yeah. 'Cause I
Mama,
would say, like,
Chad wanted to see if
Right.
I could go to his house.
Who is Chad? And where's his mama at?
Yeah.
They only live 3 blocks down the street, but you can take me if you want to.
I don't know Chad's
Please, mama.
parents.
right.
Right, facts.
But
facts.
please,
Yeah, no, say,
he's one of my best friends. He said I could come to his house and spend the night.
Yeah.
You have the games. You have everything. Sit down. Read. Why do you want to
DVDs?
go and sleep over? Stay here. This is your home. Be safe.
Right. If you say,
Facts.
I pay the bills for
Yeah.
this house, not Trevor's house.
Right.
That's not Trevor's house. Stay here. And don't ask me again.
Yo, OP, bro, you becoming a method act. You about to get a vein in your forehead and stuff.
Right.
He's about to go crazy. He's about to go crazy.
Yeah.
That's my
flashback.
dad. That's my dad and me coming out, bro.
Don't
ask
Harry
again.
Potter
Don't ask again.
Yeah, no, I would say like I kind of had a similar situation to Will, where it was like growing up, not a lot of going out. Because like, okay, when my mom was growing up, she grew up like in the hood, and it was more like everything like around her, like all her friends lived in the same area, like everybody lived in the same block. Her whole family, all her friends, they was all in the same like whatever area. So like the whole concept of, hey mom, like can you drive me to whoever's house, like in 3 or 4 neighborhoods over? It was like no, it was too far. Everything was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
as I grow older, I was like, man, mom, that shit was literally 6 minutes away. That is not even a drive. But it's like when I was younger, everything was too far. And that's because like multiple things. I think because of like the way she was raised with, that kind of community thing. Also, I mean, when she gets off work, the last thing on her mind is, can I take my kids somewhere else and worry about
Facts.
something else that
I'm
day?
tired. This house better be clean, little boy. You're getting that ass.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, like,
That's what it's gonna be first before you ask anything.
And they
Yeah,
only gonna
yeah,
use their
straight up.
gas if they have to. They only gonna use their gas if they have to. It's like
Yeah,
Damn.
man. But the thing is that we're growing up now and we're kind of seeing that, damn, our parents really actually didn't even have cell phones or any of these things that we have at our fingertips to really maneuver and make money.
right.
They really had to really get up every single day and really try to figure out like what they wanted to do with their lives, especially raising like my family. I have 2 other brothers. So like at the time before my sister got here, it was the 3 of us in Jersey apartment. And my dad was telling me like, and I'm just thinking about like, how am I going to provide for y'all, but like take you guys out of the situation that we're in right now? So just like what you were saying, Josh, same thing. Where my dad is from, his dad didn't let him do a damn thing. It was called clean his house, clean my car. Everything better be clean. You better be doing well in school, or it's your ass. So, I basically got the most leniency because I was the oldest. So I was able to really maneuver in these spaces and go to parties in the 6th grade and have sleepovers by the time I'm in the 6th grade. Because like you said, 15, Will, I was at least 12 to 13 when I had my first one. You know what I'm saying? And I had the best time because my dad would be like, it'd be like 3:00. It is 3:00. Are you going to spend another night? Come home. You know what I'm saying? Like like my dad. I think my dad, one thing, bro, like my parents in general, they just really love their kids. They just want to always know. My dad always said to me when I was coming back home, he said, where are you? I'm at the St. Max Festival. When is that over? I need you home by 12:00. I will be up. I'm not going to bed. You better be here at 12. All right, bye. And I'm like, yo, I gotta go, y'all. Like,
right.
I'm like, damn, B, for real? Yeah.
That shit used to hurt, man.
Yeah, bro.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy too? Like, I ain't gonna lie. African parents be sounding angry as hell on the phone.
Angry.
Like, just sound just mad.
That's
like,
just the accent though, man. It's just
I know it's just the accent, bro. But even to this day, I really like when African parents get mad, they sound like pissed. You know what I mean?
Like they really gonna beat your ass.
They just want they. Go ahead.
I was gonna say 95% of the time they are gonna beat your ass. So
like honestly, bro, they just really don't accept nonsense. They just don't accept it, bro. And one thing in my house, bro, like when I fucked up, bro, I got my shit. Like I got rocked. Like I was made to never do certain things ever again. There's one time like as a little kid, I'm just being inappropriate, writing like inappropriate things on my folder. And my teacher caught me doing it. It's like the 2nd grade. I'm doing like little kid bullshit. And I get in trouble for this shit, right?
Drawing dicks and shit.
Nah. But we don't have to get into all that. But I was just gonna say, like, I was just drawing like obscene pictures. And
of dicks.
No.
Right? Like super bad? Is that what it is?
No.
Is that
no.
movie?
I just don't really
No. These are black dicks, Will.
This nigga. Why is Josh?
Jesus Christ!
But
anyways, so like when she saw that, me and my homie were trying to erase all of our shit off, like so they couldn't see, like, yo, what pictures? Like, there's nothing on here. You know what I'm saying? Just erasing all this. Yo, my mom, the teacher waited for my mom to get to the school. Because I'm in aftercare, so it was like till 5:00 till she had to come and get me, whatever. And I just know she saw that shit and said, "Yo, wait till your dad gets home." When I heard that, niggas try to pretend sleep, all that shit. We try to just really finagle a way not to get that ass whooped.
Psych. You thought sleep would protect you.
Like,
I know.
Calm downstairs right now.
Sleep does not protect you.
Oh
I
man!
Up at 5 a.m. I told y'all for not sweeping the kitchen before school. She snatched me out my bed. I thought I was about to be in a refugee camp. I swear to God, she snatched my bed so fast.
Yeah, man. I think that's
sweeping and crying.
I feel like, especially for your parents and mine, Brendan, the reason why they may have seemed so strict and why, it seemed like we couldn't even get an inch to do whatever we wanted is because of the fact, like you're saying, Josh, that we were the first generation here, and it's like, they're probably in their minds like, yo, I've done a lot to get here. So in return, you better be a model citizen and you better act up and do all the right things because we've sacrificed a lot for you to be here, So like when you mess up, it might seem minute, but it's like to them, especially for like our parents, like every little tiny thing you do, they're like, oh my God, I'm raising this kid to be a piece of shit. Oh my God, what did I do, God? Like, oh my, like they're just so dramatic and like it's like, yo, relax. It's like, yo, I forgot to put the toilet down. It's not that serious, dog. Like, I'm not gonna be a serial killer.
Let the community know that your son or daughter fucked up. Like, let them know that like your kid was in jail or something like that, boy, they are shaming y'all. Like, it's really crazy, like how much gossip is in the African community, because people really go above and beyond to like shit on kids that fuck up. It's like no one can make a mistake in that community. Kind of how in the African American community, everyone expects you to make a mistake because they want you to be, a victim of like where you're from or who you're around. But it's like we all have choices at the end of the day. People fuck up, but it's like, will they learn from the mistake? Like, it's okay to fuck up in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and in the African culture, I kind of feel like if I ever even remotely get a D, can I come home? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can I really like live the same life that I was living before this D just came into my life? Because honestly,
Wait.
Right. Did he say his whole life was gonna change? Were they not gonna feed your ass, nigga?
Oh, you missed it. Well, you missed it.
Oh yeah.
That was the worst thing I've ever heard.
He said, "This D is gonna change my life."
Y'all, I was actually invested in what you were saying, B. They childish. he said, wait, what you say?
listen.
Nigga?
Oh man.
I'm sweating. I'm fucking
But
sweating.
3 minutes later, back to the point though. Just saying this. So basically, getting a bad grade, you really just can't, like, you better hide it. You better hide the bad grade because it's going to be a wrap for you. Like, Oren, did you ever sometimes, like, with your parents, like, did they ever be like, where's your report? Where is your marks? Where are they?
Yo,
I can
Mox.
literally never hide the report card because that shit was coming in the mail. It wasn't given to me to do what I wanted. It was coming in the mail. So like they would get it before I got home. So it was, that shit better be straight, buddy. I don't want to see that I don't want to see you only excelling in gym, buddy.
Right.
Yeah, bro. Raps. Over with.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Gym teacher's the only one saying good things about you, pal.
Over with. Gym?
Oh my god.
That's all you care about is the gym.
Man.
Why? Where's your calculator? Where's your books? Read. Study. Look at your sisters, your brothers. They are doing better than you. Shame. You're the oldest. How?
How?
Yo, that's funny.
Jesus.
But hey, I think we can all walk away from this conversation, with a little bit more of an understanding on our cultures, and hopefully the people at home understand a little bit more about where we're coming from and what we grew up like. If you've never tasted jollof rice, I implore you to try it.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's good, dude. It's good. And try literally just try other cultures' food. That shit slaps. I promise you. I promise. It's good as hell. Put some seasoning in your life. But, hey, this has been another wonderful episode of the Elephant in the Room podcast, where we make common sense common again. I feel like we haven't said that in a long time, so shout out to that.
Make sure y'all like and subscribe, man.
Yeah,
Come
like
on.
and subscribe. Show us some motherfucking love.
Y'all better. We just gave y'all some great laughs, some knowledge, man.
Content. Yeah.
And if we wrong, let us know. Let us know.
Brendan took all that life-changing D for y'all, okay? For y'all's entertainment, okay? Y'all. Go ahead, close this out, OP.
Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, but hey, peace and love and blessings to all of you. Thank you so much. EITR Pod, signing out.
Cash only. The money is counted, these niggas, they dollar, these diamonds is shouting, I'm whipping her out.